make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. Real quick before the video starts, if this video reaches 300 likes, I shall continue on to the next part. Also, make sure to watch the video all the way through and show your support by liking the video, and comment down below. I want you guys to state, how powerful do you think this version of Goku is before you even watch the What If video? Comment down below what you guys think. Anyway, thank you all so much, hope you all enjoy the What If. After Goku has just defeated Janemba, he would finally go back home and spend time with Chi-Chi and his friends. A little bit of time would then pass, as they would then all show up for the World Martial Arts Tournament just like before. Now the difference here is that there's no hatred for Goku, let alone does Goku need to come back, as remember, he never died officially. So, Goku was not dead for 7 years, so he has full time on Earth. That means that you've never seen Baba or anything like that. The Supreme Kai would actually personally pull Goku aside and ask him some questions, as the Supreme Kai heard and saw what happened. With Goku defeating Janemba. Now, so Supreme Kai would ask Goku for help, as there is an evil wizard named Babidi on planet Earth. He then explained that Babidi is actually the son of Bibidi, who this Bibidi creature created Majin Buu. But we know that Majin Buu was actually born with the universe. Bibidi found him and was somehow able to mildly control this Majin creature. He then used this creature to then travel all across the universe, wiping out everything in his path. This is the same being that also just killed his brothers and sisters, as the Supreme Kai is actually the North Supreme Kai. There's the North, East, South, and West. He killed all his other brothers and sisters, and he actually absorbed the Grand Supreme Kai. But his peaceful and happy nature was able to kind of calm Buu down a little bit, and they were able to seal him away. But Babidi now has his egg. Now he needs to gather up energy. With this said energy, he can then use it to revive Majin Buu. They need to find it before Buu is born. This would actually get Goku a little bit excited, because this Majin Buu guy seems really strong to be able to beat all these Kais and be that ancient. This kind of gets him a little bit excited, but the Supreme Kai would then reassure him that, trust me, the last thing we want to do is let him out. After this is said, Goku would then explain to his friends that he needs to go with the Supreme Kai guy, figure out what's going on. Now, by the way, during this time, Gohan did befriend Videl, and everything would go similar between the two. Videl would actually still fight Yamu and Spopovich. Now, remember, Supreme Kai does not know where Babidi's ship is, so he would still allow Gohan to have his energy taken so they can follow it and find out where it is. Once when they would arrive at Babidi's ship, it would be Goku, Gohan, and the others. They would then arrive. Now, this is where some changes are definitely going to occur. Now, from what we do know about Vegeta and the others, this is where I believe that Vegeta would get a major difference. If he did try to get taken over by Babidi, he would not allow it. As even though Babidi, or you can even say Piccolo, or anyone that would show up there, they would have no grudge against Goku, since they can't beat him on their own, and they know that. And Vegeta has accepted the fact that Goku is number one. As Vegeta now has his own path, he's going to better himself, not to try and surpass Kakarot. He's going to become as strong as he can possibly be. Not have to worry about the pride of others, as this is a big different change in Vegeta. Now, Vegeta would actually reject the Majin control, as while true, he's not going to let anyone control him or tell him what to do. So, with Pui Pui and Yatkan being defeated, similar to before, this is when Dabura would then step out, and this is when I believe that instead of this time around, Dabura would actually battle the likes of Gohan or Vegeta. Sadly, Vegeta here is actually stronger than he is originally. Why? Because number one, he can spar with Goku whenever he wants. Goku's not been dead. And since Goku is so much stronger, Vegeta also has higher goals as well, so he's pushing himself even more. Now, Vegeta already has Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2. Gohan is actually in the same boat, as Gohan is not a slack off either. But since Gohan was so strong, remember, he's been training for 7 years alongside with Goku, Gohan has a lot more energy. This was plenty of energy to actually revive Majin Buu. Dabura was just distracting them. Now with Dabura badly beaten and wounded, this is when Majin Buu was born. Now Majin Buu would then happily skip around and see what's going on. His fight with Gohan I think would be different, as Gohan here is still insanely strong, especially even in Super Saiyan 1 or 2. Majin Buu has actually no chance against this version of Gohan. Even Vegeta could have defeated him by himself. Goku just watches proudly, as he wants Gohan to start taking care of himself. and even Goten was there. This is when I believe that Deborah would still be killed by Boo in crazy fashion, or would he? This is when I believe that Boo would then actually absorb Deborah, and people would be shocked to see it. But it's not just Deborah that got absorbed. While Gohan was fighting Majin Buu, remember, Majin Buu here is snapping. Why? Because he's so angry and upset that he cannot defeat this version of Gohan. He was so angry that the evil would still connect with the good. And this is when Evil Buu would then come out. Gohan would actually stop fighting, as Evil Buu and Majin Buu or Fat Buu would begin fighting each other, as they don't know what to do but just to watch what happens. Majin Buu would still be turned into candy, and this is when Super Buu was still born. Now this all happened during the fight with Gohan, as Gohan stopped watching what was going on. Now that Super Buu was fully there, also on top of this, he also absorbed Deborah as well. This is where a big change is going to occur. Gohan doesn't know what he did, but the Supreme Kai knows exactly what it is. That's his absorption ability, and you need to be very careful. Now Gohan will continue his fight with the Budora, or Dabu. Let me know down below what a fusion between Majin Buu and Deborah would be. Deboru, Maju. Let me know down below. But now, Gohan is now starting to get a little bit of a problem because Super Buu is a lot more powerful, but Gohan and Super Saiyan 2 will still manage. But Buu is stating that he's missing the point. As remember, this is when Buu would then do a massive explosion, which would basically blind everybody and get them out of the way. Buu would then absorb Vegeta and Gohan as they both had their guards dropped. Goku was able to actually dodge this just in time. Even the Supreme Kai was absorbed. As now having 3 more beings, he becomes the ultimate Majin, as he was screaming in power. Remember, this version of Gohan and Vegeta is many hundreds of times stronger than their original selves. Majin Buu, or you can call it Super Buu, is much stronger, as he would still have the similar version of Buhan's look. Maybe you could say a bit more intimidating looking because he has Vegeta absorbed as well. This being is very dangerous because he now has the Supreme Kai abilities. Now Goku knows that he can't just kill him because then all the other beings will die in there as well. So Goku would have to make him get crazy enough to absorb him, just like how Vegeta did. Goku would then transform into a Super Saiyan 4 to kind of give the theatrics, and he easily overpowers Super Buu. Even though you could say Buhan has no chance against this version of Goku, everything that he tries is not working at all. This is when he would start to snap, and he would basically try to absorb Goku, which Goku would allow using a Ki shield. After Buu thinks that he won, Goku would then travel through his body just like before and find the eggs, or the chambers that they were locked in. He would then instantly start ripping all of them out. The last one was Majin Buu. Now this is when Super Buu would then try fighting him, but Goku was far too strong. He would actually try to remove Fat Buu, since his reasoning is because Fat Buu was actually pure-hearted, as he saw, and Buu would beg him not to because then he won't be him anymore. This is when Goku, I think, would not hesitate, as Super Saiyan 4 also increases your kind of feralness, as he's a bit more serious and kind of loses his mind. He's a bit more like Vegeta, as he would then rip it off the same way, and this is when Buu would then collapse. As then Goku would be able to escape, somehow holding all of them with his hands and his feet. He would then be able to escape out of Buu's body just in time, as Majin Buu would begin bulking up. Goku would be surprised to see why is his power level rising, but then it shrinks, as then it was more condensed. As then, Kid Buu formed, the original Buu. As all of them was unconscious, Kid Buu would then scream, beating his chest, as he would then aim up a massive ki ball to destroy planet Earth. Goku was much too fast. Once when Kid Buu would actually throw the attack, Goku would be able to grab it and actually disperse it off into outer space, which would then dissipate, not destroying planet Earth like the original. Now this is when Goku would then challenge Kid Buu to an all-out fight. This is when blows would be traded back and forth. But remember, this version of Kid Buu is much weaker than Buhan was. As so, Goku was having no problem handling Buu, especially in Super Saiyan 4. Kid Buu was not even a challenge to this version of Goku at all. He comments how he was maybe a little bit strong before, but now he's super weak. Goku would then know that he cannot waste time battling this version of Buu, as he's too dangerous and he's too feral and wild. Goku would then charge up a ×10 Kamehameha, as Kid Buu felt fear for the first time. He would then fly in and hit Buu full force, and Kid Buu would be completely obliterated. Once when Kid Buu was finally defeated, there was finally peace, as once when all of them were able to wake back up, Supreme Kai would then thank Goku truly for saving all of them, as he would then take his leave. Now this means that Gohan would never have actually gotten his Mystic training, as they only did it because Gohan was taken by the Supreme Kai. So this would change a few things, but Gohan was already stronger than he was already in Mystic, as Gohan's potential is already insanely high to begin with. This is when 3 to 4 years would then pass. Now, of course, with a little bit of peace going on, Goku would still continue training, doing his own thing. Now, this is when Goku, I believe, would be on King Kai's planet. This is when Lord Beerus would then awaken and have the premonition of a Super Saiyan God, or a rival that can give him a true challenge. Now, this is when Lord Beerus would then take his leave after learning about Goku arriving on King Kai's planet. Now, this is a massive difference, as Goku would be interested to fight Beerus. He can sense so much power from him. Remember, Goku can't sense ki, but he can feel it. He can feel the pressure. Now, Beerus would then comment on the Saiyan has limitless potential. He can just sense the ki leaking from him like crazy. Whis would be the main one to notice this, but he keeps it to himself. As Goku would then showcase Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and then Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 piques Beerus' interest, but it's not a god, as he has mortal ki. Goku would then fight in base form first, trading blows with Beerus back and forth, but Beerus was actually able to block them without much of a problem. Now this would surprise Goku. He's never met someone who was able to block his attacks that easily. As then Goku would then waste no time going into Super Saiyan 4, him and Beerus would begin trading blows back and forth, as Beerus would smirk. The Saiyan's power is consistently rising without a limit. It's making him excited. But Beerus knows that he has to end it quickly. Now by this point in terms of power scaling, Goku in Super Saiyan 4 is already nearing the levels of late tournament of power. That goes to show you how strong Goku actually is. Especially since he's fighting somebody like Beerus, his power level is skyrocketing without stopping. But Beerus is still far above that. As we see in the manga, Beerus was still regarded as the most powerful character, though he could be thousands to millions of times stronger than Goku is currently, even in Mastered Ultra Instinct. So Beerus knows that he needs to end the fight now. It was a lot of fun. He would then hit Goku over the neck and actually render him unconscious. This was the first time that Goku lost, because Beerus was so powerful, he used more of his full strength and was able to defeat him before Goku could adapt and quickly surpass him. Beerus even told Whis while they were heading to planet Earth that if he did not stop that Saiyan, he would have soon surpassed him. And Whis was interested that a Saiyan was that powerful. He would be a perfect destroyer. Now, this is when arriving on planet Earth. Why doesn't Beerus be satisfied? I think that he for sure is. Goku, by this point in Super Saiyan 4, is already stronger than Super Saiyan God, especially since he was powering up as he was fighting Beerus. Beerus just wants to go to Earth to see Vegeta and see what's going on. Maybe there is no Saiyan God, so he can get 2 treats in one day. Now, he would still eat the Earth food, having a great time, dancing a little bit, as Vegeta was terrified. Now, this is when Beerus, I believe by this point in time, would want to fight a Super Saiyan God. While true, he fought a much stronger version of Goku, and he was very satisfied. He wants to fight a god. This is when, after not hearing it, he would get angry as Majin Buu is still alive. Remember, Goku saved his life. So him and Beerus would begin fighting over the pudding and everything else, just like before. Beerus would then get really upset. And this is when, I feel like around this time, Gohan would actually be able to hold his own a bit better against Beerus, even Vegeta especially. But it wouldn't matter anyway. It would still be defeated just as bad. This is when Goku would already have awakened by this point and would have arrived back on Earth, and he would then ask Beerus, why don't I become a Super Saiyan God? While Goku knows that he could battle Beerus, now we all know that in reality, if Goku just kept fighting Beerus as a Super Saiyan 4, he would have soon been able to surpass him. But this was the first time that Goku actually lost a fight. Goku was mixed with emotions, but his main emotion was happiness. For the first time, he was actually going all out, attacking Beerus with everything that he had, but Beerus was just another level. And he believes that this is a goal that he will now surpass. So Goku knows, and also on top of this too, it was harder for him because he can't sense Beerus. He has to just rely on seeing him, which is even more difficult. On top of the fact that Beerus is much faster and stronger than him currently, that's why Goku lost. Beerus spiked his power level millions of times higher, and he just got a very, very, very lucky next shot on Goku. Or Goku could adapt too much and catch up to him. That is how Goku lost. Some people that might be angry. But if Beerus didn't do that, and if he was foolish and kept on pushing Goku, Goku would have pulled a Broly, and Beerus would have soon not been able to even touch him. Now, cutting forward, they would still make the wish with the Super Saiyan God, figuring it out. Videl would still take that she's pregnant, with Pan, all that would happen the exact same. Now, who would actually be next in line to get the Saiyan God powers? Well, the obvious choice would be Goku, right? Incorrect. While it is true, Goku would be a perfect choice, Beerus actually doesn't want him to get God Ki. Wait a minute, what do you mean? Well, because he's actually a bit nervous about Goku. Why is this? It's because Goku, in a non-God form, was able to nearly match him in power, and he doesn't want to be overthrown, as that's a bit dangerous. So he would actually tell Goku that he'll fight him again another time, and Goku being lighthearted, he would then agree. Now, he never said when, by the way. This is when Vegeta would then step up and get the limelight that he deserves. As Vegeta states that Kakarot does owe him, he's always taken the limelight. And Vegeta's actually smirks and state, or are you afraid that I might actually surpass you? This is when Goku would actually allow it, because if Vegeta powers up, who knows how strong he'll be. But Goku wants this power of his own too. This is when Vegeta would then be given all the energy. And this is when Vegeta would then become a Super Saiyan God. This is when Vegeta will be the first Saiyan God, as now he finally has the limelight. Vegeta would then challenge Beerus to a fight. This version of Vegeta, being hundreds and many a time stronger than the other original version of Goku was, would actually give Beerus a pretty decent battle. Beerus would then note on how true. Vegeta is actually a little bit weaker than Goku was, but he had God Ki, and he had a lot of potential within him. He would make a perfect God of Destruction too. Goku would actually be excited seeing how strong Vegeta got, as Goku can actually be able to fight Vegeta one day. That would be awesome. Now, with Vegeta fighting Beerus, he would then soon lose the God power, trying to go Super Saiyan to continue fighting Beerus, but he would then lose, just like before. Now, Beerus was very satisfied, as he had an incredible fight with Goku on King Kai's world, and he had a great fight against Vegeta. He was way more than satisfied. So he would never make that threat to destroy planet Earth like before, as Beerus only stated that to try and scare Goku and to motivate him to try and defeat him. Beerus is not going to destroy a planet that has the most delicious, juicy, succulent food that he's ever had in his entire life of being millions of years old. There is zero chance that he's going to allow that to happen. He's keeping Earth, and he's going to make sure that Earth is safe for sure. This is when he would then take his leave just like before. Now, when he would leave, he would then tell Whis that he needs to continue training, as he's gotten lazy, napping, and he only does workouts to keep himself in shape, but he needs to keep himself ahead of that Saiyan. Whis would then comment on how powerful that Saiyan can become, as his strengths and potential seems limitless. This is when, a little bit of time would then pass, Goku would actually wonder what's really going on, as he would finally see Whis, as he wants to go learn under Whis and see what's going on, since apparently he learned that Vegeta was actually able to get Whis to train him by, of course, offering food. This is when Vegeta already was training for a few months under Whis solely, and once when Goku would then meet up, this is when he would actually start his training with Whis. Now, Whis would then comment on how Goku does have very different potential than Vegeta, but that'll hopefully push Vegeta even further. This is when Goku would then start to learn about God Ki. He would then start to learn to control and use his senses. Whis would then notice that he is extremely proficient, and he actually shows early qualities of Ultra Instinct. But he keeps it to himself, as there's no way a mortal can have it. But Whis can see that Goku does have the potential for it, as Whis would actually switch Goku's training, as Whis can see that if he trains him in the ways of Ultra Instinct, he can become something incredible. It will be his greatest achievement. Whis would then tell Vegeta and Goku that he's going to change their training completely, as Vegeta seems more or less a bit more destructive, a bit more dangerous of a character. Goku's a bit more free-carrying and free and loose and relaxing. They are very two different beings, and together they can become formidable, but they need to get stronger on their own. Now, this is when I believe that Beerus would then step out of a special chamber, aka Whis' staff, just like before, as he was training in there for a long time. Now, if the staff is anything just like the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, you could say that he was training in there for years and years and years, just to make sure that he's in good shape. Now, Beerus would look no different. He would then go take his normal little naps. Now, what about the resurrection of F Saga or Golden Frieza arc? I feel like this would happen the same. Now, remember, Gohan here, after seeing how strong Beerus was, remember, Pan was still there. So this is still Gohan without his father around, so Gohan would kind of slack off a little bit more, but he only has to do light training to keep himself in shape. Now, once when Frieza does show up, Gohan would actually be able to fight First Form Frieza and not nearly die going into Super Saiyan or anything like that before. Now, this is once when Vegeta and Goku arrive, Vegeta does have Super Saiyan Blue, Goku actually has something else. While it is true, Goku can access Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan God, he doesn't like Super Saiyan Blue, as he feels that the form just feels a little, I don't know, just stamina is too draining, it's just not complete. He doesn't really like it personally. He likes the Super Saiyan 4 form, but that's for later on, and with his new training, he won't really need to worry about it. This is when Frieza again was still trained for a few months just like before. Now, after knowing how strong Goku is, you could maybe say that Frieza trains for a bit longer, but it's up for conception, as you could say that Frieza didn't really know how strong he got. So, Frieza was still trained for about 4 months, become strong enough to be able to go fight Vegeta. Now, Frieza would actually overpower Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta in their little excursion. Now, why is this? Is because at first, Frieza was still stronger than Blue Goku, but very quickly, much faster than before, Vegeta would then showcase his full power in Blue and overpower Gold Frieza. But this is when I believe that Vegeta would still drop his guard, as both of them still drop their guard the same way, just a bit different. Vegeta would either be shot with the Death Ray, just like when Frieza's men, or Frieza would actually be able to use an attack to get Vegeta with it and defeat him. But with Vegeta getting the Goku through the chest treatment, and he was out for the count, this is when Frieza would then laugh, as he thinks that he's won until he sees Goku. This is when Goku would then battle Frieza and easily outmaneuver Frieza with zero effort. Goku was so much stronger here, it's not even a joke. Frieza is a joke too. Goku, with the full power Kamehameha, would have actually killed Frieza, and Vegeta was healed. He was a bit mad that he dropped his guard, but it was a good lesson. And now he knows that that cannot happen anymore. His stubbornness, his pride got in the way, and that could have costed him Bulma and the others, and he won't let that happen again. So cutting forward into the Universe 6 arc, a lot of the things would go the exact same. Now this is when definitely Champa and Beerus would still fight each other and challenge each other. Goku and the others would still go fight. It would basically go the exact same. The only difference here is that Vegeta would have a bit more of a less hard time fighting Hit for the first time, but we know that turning in and out of Blue drops your power by 1/3, so either way, he would have still lost to Hit. Maybe a few more hits, by Hit, of course, but that wouldn't have really changed anything. Once when Goku steps up, even in base form, Goku was actually able to do good damage to Hit as he figured out his time skip ability. And Hit has never seen somebody with potential like that before, to where Goku was easily able to outclass Hit's time skip ability with just his speed alone. Now, Goku, I feel, would then turn Super Saiyan just for reassurance, and so Hit, no matter what, he can't catch up to him. This is when Goku would actually be able to defeat Hit this time around, and true, would he know about Blue Kaioken? Yes, but he never really trained for it, so he wouldn't necessarily know how to use it. But he does know that he could try one day, but that's not his main thing. He's practicing on something else. And he just wants to show Hit as a point. Now, once when Hit was actually nearly defeated, Goku just wants to prove a point to Hit that sadly Hit had no chance. Goku would begin powering up, he would then go into Super Saiyan 4 and then infuse it with his God energy. Goku would then turn into Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4, harnessing the godly ki with the primal state of a Super Saiyan 4, even Champa and Beerus would actually be surprised. Beerus not as much, as through Goku's training with Whis, Beerus could even sense it through Whis' staff, so he knew that Goku had something. Champa was completely aghast with how strong Goku was. Goku would then basically power down, and Hit would actually give up, and he would actually jump off the ring and state that while it is true, I could try to keep fighting, but I prove here that I have no chance of defeating you. This is when some changes are going to occur, as Beerus would still give Champa planet Earth for his own universe, just like before. Of course, Kaba still wants to see Vegeta again. That would happen the exact same, as now we are going to cut in to the Goku Black arc. Now, this is where some things are going to change. While it is true, Goku Black did get a version of Goku, but it's not this version of Goku. So Goku Black and Zamasu would be the exact same from the original timeline that we know of, as since he got Goku from that timeline. This is a what-if timeline. So when Trunks actually goes back, he would accidentally go to the same what-if timeline and see Goku and Vegeta. Goku Black would follow Trunks and find him here. Now, Goku Black would actually get demolished by base form Goku, without even a shot in the first try. Once when they go to the future for the first time, that's all they need. As while it is true, Zamasu is immortal as we know, doesn't matter, as Goku would have easily overpowered Goku Black without any issue. What about Zamasu? He's still immortal. This is when we see Vegeta actually step in and battle immortal Zamasu. Vegeta was actually learning under Lord Beerus, as remember, Whis even stated this in the earlier part of the What If, that they need to switch up their training. Goku's training solely under Whis, after they already learned God Ki, to harness a power called Ultra Instinct, or the very early stages of it. Vegeta actually would be training with Beerus, learning Destroyer Energy. Vegeta would then power up a Hakai attack and actually completely erase Zamasu. So Zamasu, again, was weaker than Vegeta, would have been able to be completely erased. So Zeno would have never been called in the first place, which Goku would have still met him and became good friends with him. He would have never had to been called in the first place, and the universe would not be destroyed, so Trunks and Mai go to a copy universe. None of that would have happened. Now, we are now going to cut forward into the Tournament of Power. Now, with the Tournament of Power in place, Goku and the others are so much stronger, it's not even a competition. And the other gods, I feel, would definitely see that. Goku in base form, or you can say Super Saiyan, would easily be able to overpower Toppo with no issue. Gohan would be able to overpower the other beings as well. Goku would also be able to defeat Ramu as well. All that would happen the same. And Majin Buu would have still defeated the Red Fox as well. Now, cutting forward into the official Tournament of Power, this is where some changes are going to occur. They wouldn't even need Frieza. Why would they waste their time getting him? Goku's so strong that they can stop anybody in Beerus' mind. And Beerus would tell Goku that we have enough members. So of course we have the original members. Let's just throw it out here. Of course there's Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Master Roshi, Tien, Krillin, Android 18, Android 17, and of course Majin Buu fell asleep from what we know. So we're going to say that Yamcha comes along. So the hero Yamcha, he's the most powerful being in the What If anyway, would actually come along. So they have plenty of people to go fight. So all this is going to go down the same. Now, these characters are actually much stronger. Other than, of course, Android 18 and 17, they get a plot boost in the first place. But the other Earthlings, Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, they're all much stronger because of Goku being stronger, pushing them with their training. Goku's already strong as we know, so the Tournament of Power would actually go much quicker. With them stopping everybody in their path, the fused Namekians would have no chance against Gohan and Piccolo. They wouldn't need Frieza. Gohan would be able to actually fight Toppo on his own, until Toppo would then transform. Gohan would also be able to fight Dispo as well, and was able to defeat him. Android 17 would struggle against Toppo until Vegeta would then step in, and Vegeta would then showcase Ultra Ego and overpower Toppo's Destroyer Energy and defeat him. Now, once when Belmont first told Jiren to go attack Goku, Goku was amazed by how strong Jiren is. His power rivals that of Lord Beerus, but not as strong, as we know that Lord Beerus in the manga is still stronger than Jiren, as it was stated. But Goku was amazed still that one man had that much power. Goku fighting Jiren would then go very, very similar, just the roles were reversed. Especially if Goku was in a higher form like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4, or even Limit Breaker, Jiren has no chance. Even when Jiren was pushed into a corner, he would then remember his past and turn into Limit Breaker Jiren. It would not matter. As Jiren has no chance against Goku, he would have been eliminated. Same with Kale and Caulifla, and they would then turn into Kefla. They would have still been defeated. Kaba would have been defeated. Aniraza would still be defeated. Everyone would be defeated way quicker. Having the definitive leader, since Gohan was still called the team leader, he would still make the wish, and his wish was to wish back all the other universes that were erased, which is what Zeno wanted to begin with. Thus, the Tournament of Power ended. Now we're going to cut forward into the Broly movie. Now, wait a minute. How are we going to do that? Well, since Frieza was not wished back, and he was also not brought to power, he's not there. But Chi-Lion and Lemmo, they would actually still find Broly, and I feel like once taking him back to Planet Frieza 79, you could argue that, of course, with Frieza not being around, his army's in shambles still. But there's still his father who wants revenge. With his father wanting revenge, this is where some difference is going to occur. He would then ask about Vegeta and knows where they are or anything like that. They actually wouldn't know. But you could say that word of mouth is that there are a few Saiyans on planet Earth. But this is where a few weeks later on, not as quick, they would arrive on Earth still. This is when I believe that, of course, you would have Broly's father, Paragus. He would then find out that Vegeta's on this planet, and he would go tell Broly to attack him, just like before. But there's no Friezas to the Dragon Balls, as Paragus could still find out because of the name that the other Saiyans have, and that, oh, well, you know, there's a Saiyan that defeated Frieza, and then he went back to a planet called Earth, apparently, from what we know. You could say that that happened as well, and that's how he found out. So, this is when Paragus would then tell Broly to attack Vegeta. Now, with Vegeta being much more stronger, on top of the fact he has Ultra Ego, Broly would be in some serious trouble. While they were fighting, Broly was in his Akari mode, Vegeta was in Ultra Ego, easily defeating Broly. One of Broly's massive attacks would accidentally hit Paragus, killing him. This would then make Broly snap and turn into the legendary Super Saiyan, and he would actually start to give Vegeta a bit of a hard time a little bit, but Vegeta was still able to hold his own, until this is when I believe that Broly with power level will continue to rise. Vegeta was still tanking damage, so he was rising in power. Goku would tell Vegeta to end it, or else you're going to destroy planet Earth. This is when Vegeta would then charge up a full power attack, and he would use all of his strength to be able to defeat Broly, barely winning the fight. So Broly was officially defeated. Done. They would not kill Broly, of course, as Broly, Chi-Lion, and Lemmo would actually stay on planet Earth, as, while it is true, would Broly want to go back to planet Vampa? True, but I feel like with Chi-Lion and Lemmo, they would tell him to stay here as it's more peaceful, and it's nicer here, which Broly would then agree. So with all of them staying there, that would be some difference. So Broly is actually on Earth. Goku would take a quick kindness to Broly and start to teach him how to control his power, even going to Beerus' planet and learning together. Now, Gohan and Piccolo would still have their amazing arc, fighting Cell Max and the Gammas. With Gohan and Piccolo actually being stronger, Piccolo, Orange Piccolo, and would there be Beast Gohan though? Well, we know that Beast Gohan is basically him trying to be more human than Saiyan from what we know. You could argue that Beast Gohan is possible. So for what if purposes, Gohan would still unlock the Beast form, okay? I know he might still need Mystic for it, but I'm saying that he doesn't need it. His potential is more than enough to unlock the Beast form, as Beast Gohan needs to be in the series. Beast Gohan would have still defeated Cell Max just like before, and now we're going to cut forward to the Granola arc. Now with the Granola arc, he would learn about the fact that Frieza's kind of dead, so would the Granola arc even happen? Well, since Frieza's presumably dead, he does have a hatred for Saiyans, which is true, so you could say that he would still have the intention to go attack them, and either way, whether he doesn't, which he wouldn't be able to fight them, and if he tried and he still wished to become the strongest in the universe, he would die. He would get the gas treatment and die within a minute or so, because remember, he wished to become the strongest. Goku is far too powerful. He is many scaling higher than what he originally was. And if Gas tried to make the same wish, then he would have died the same way. Now you could say that Gas would have headed to Earth to try and fight himself. Maybe he wished for more power, not to become the strongest, but for more power. He would have been defeated. Whether it was Vegeta, Gohan, or even Goku, or even Piccolo. they would have still defeated him either way. And there is no Black Frieza arc. Of course, Frieza's still in hell, sitting there listening to rainbows and sunshine. So there would finally be peace again on Earth. And that is it for this What If series, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm so sorry that it ended this quickly though. But again, a lot of those stories would have went similar, but Goku's just so much stronger, would have really not made much of a difference. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed the series. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's hit 20,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you all later.